Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're acting as your co-pilot to decode what is honestly an absolute masterclass in productivity. We are looking at something called the Agent Cockpit. It's this highly customized Stream Deck profile that's designed not just to talk to an AI like Claude, but to completely command it. If you have ever felt like your AI sessions are just this chaotic mess of text boxes and lost ideas, you are absolutely going to love this. So here's our flight path for today. 1, the big idea. 2, mapping the cockpit layout. 3, daily drivers and control. 4, momentum and creative hacks. And finally, 5, adapting the routines. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the big idea. All right, so if you've ever felt like your AI sessions just drift wildly off topic and vanish the second you close your browser, this playbook solves that exact core problem. The Agent Cockpit acts as your default profile, meaning it takes total control over the AI whenever you aren't using a specific app integration. The whole goal here isn't to casually chat with Claude. It's to manage the session using 50 structured, evergreen prompts that put your real-world tools, we're talking WhatsApp, Gmail, your project files, to work. Every single interaction is governed by a super strict life cycle. It goes like this. You open and orient the session. You aim at exactly one thing. You set strict guardrails for evidence and scope. You demand the AI prove it to verify whatever it outputs. And finally, you wrap up with a clean close or handoff. You are literally piloting the machine here, not just typing into the void. The absolute crucial point here is permanence. As the source material explicitly states, and I love this phrase, nothing dies with the chat window. Every single session is systematically saved, documented, handed off to a future session, or pushed directly into your connected tools. Moving on to Section 2, mapping the cockpit layout. To really get how this works in practice, you have to appreciate the sheer elegance of the interface. It's built for a 15-key Stream Deck, housing 7 primary folders across the top and bottom, with those 50 numbered evergreen prompts tucked safely inside. But notice the middle row? Those are your 5 essential daily drivers. They're the commands you use constantly, living right there on the home screen for instant, tactile access. And the real genius? It's all in the visual organization. By color-coding the entire workspace, the user builds this instant, tactile mental map. Green buttons are your daily drivers. Gold is for business operations. Orange tackles content creation. Red triggers intense, deep work. And purple is all about generating momentum. You're taking abstract, complex AI tasks and anchoring them to physical, colored buttons right on your desk. Section 3, daily drivers and control. When you double-click into those green buttons, you quickly realize these 11 prompts are basically an anti-chaos engine. You aren't asking Claude to write you a poem here. These are hard system commands. A single press can instantly orient a session if you're returning from a break. You can hit scope to lock the AI from wandering off into side quests. Or you just press handoff to cleanly document where you left off, so a totally fresh session tomorrow can pick right back up without missing a beat. I absolutely love this specific hack. We have literally all been there, right? You ask the AI to fix something, it completely fails, and you end up in this frustrating loop where the AI just keeps apologizing and giving you the exact same bad code. Well, instead of arguing with it, you press the /unstick button. It forces Claude to stop, explicitly list why previous attempts failed, and then provide 3 genuinely different approaches. It is a complete pivot in strategy, executed with just one finger. Notice how these commands really enforce strict discipline. If Claude is giving you way too many wishy-washy options, you just hit /decide to make it stop hedging, state the trade-off, and execute. On the flip side, if Claude tells you a task is done, you hit /prove it. This stops the AI from giving you polite, empty claims and demands hard evidence, like a diff or a test run, before you even think about accepting the output. All right, Section 4, momentum and creative hacks. But, what happens when the AI is working perfectly fine, but your own brain just stalls out? Enter the purple momentum folder. According to the playbook, this is built specifically for scattered focus, acting almost like an ADHD management tool. When you're suffering from workflow paralysis or you just feel totally overwhelmed, this folder becomes your digital co-pilot to get you moving again. Take the /8frog command. If you are procrastinating, you just hit this key. It forces the AI to review your workspace, literally call you out on the exact task you're avoiding, and then, and here is where the magic happens, it actually preps the first document or draft for you. It completely eliminates the friction of getting started. And hey, if you need some company to stay on task, the slash body double command transforms Claude into a relentless, low-chatter accountability partner. You work, and every single time you update the chat, Claude simply checks off a running list and gives you the next micro step in 2 lines or less. It's highly structured focus, totally on demand. Conversely, when you are hyper-focused, but you need maximum rigor for decisions that could cost you serious money or reputation, that's when you open the red deep work folder. This is basically your quality assurance machine. These adversarial hacks are genuinely fascinating. You press /red team to force the AI to actively attack your plans, like a smart rival, just to find your weakest assumptions. You use /second opinion to spawn a totally independent check on the AI's own math. Or you use /steelman to build the strongest possible case for 2 opposing viewpoints before you pull the trigger on a hard decision. It's like having an entire executive board sitting right there on your desk. Section 5, adapting the routines. Okay, so individual buttons are great, but chaining them together, that creates real power. Take a look at the heavy day combo. On an incredibly overwhelming day, you literally just press these 4 buttons in sequence. Brain dump to empty all your messy thoughts into the AI. Triage to have it explicitly bucket what is urgent. One thing to pinpoint the single highest value action. And time box to start the clock. You go from absolute panic to highly focused execution in a matter of seconds. For the business owners out there, there's the 5-minute store morning routine. If you run an e-commerce brand, chaining these specific gold buttons literally batches your store data, drafts WhatsApp cart recovery messages in your local dialect, and queues up all your waiting replies. It presents the whole shebang to you for one single unified approval. 5 minutes, and your entire administrative morning is just done. And for the creators out there, the orange content folder houses the /1 to 5 key. You basically feed it a single idea, and it natively rebuilds that concept for 5 completely different platforms. It explicitly bans lazy copy-pasting, guaranteeing the tone and format are perfectly native to X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on. Now, even outside the chat window, the system completely has you covered. Tucked away is the Enhance folder. These are 12 hidden hotkeys tied to Power Toys. You can write a sloppy prompt literally anywhere on your computer, copy it, hit one of these buttons like Apex or Council, and it will instantly intercept your clipboard text. It rewrites it into a master-level, structured prompt before you even paste it into the AI. Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this entire explainer. It is really time to stop treating AI like a chaotic, passive chat box. By applying physical structure, strict rules, and color-coded routines, you can turn an unpredictable tool into an absolute engine of productivity. So, with all that in mind, how will you take the controls and build your own AI cockpit today? Thanks so much for exploring this with me, and I'll catch you next time.